We now deal with the second method for finding the value of A. What we're going to do now is we're going to use trigonometry. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to find all three sides and then use the cosine rule to find the angle A. So let's do that. Okay, in order to find the length of the side, I will use the distance formula. Okay, so I want the distance from A to B. So I'm going to go the x value at A minus the x value at B all squared plus the y value at A minus the y value at B all squared. So the x value at A is minus 2. So we got minus 2. And this is minus 3 all squared. The y value at A is 3. The y value at B is 2. So we need to do that. We will work it out. D of AC, so we're going to go A and C. That's going to be minus 2 minus 2. Y value is there. That's going to be 3 minus 5. So that will be plus 5. That's going to be D of AC and D of BC. We're going to go DBC. That's going to be 2 minus 5. That will be plus 5. Sorry, that was the y value. It doesn't really matter, but let's make it do it in order. We'll x values first. So that's going to be 3 minus 2, and then we're going 2 plus 5. Right, so now we got the square root of minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5 all squared. 3 minus 2 is 1 there. So we got 25 plus 1. We got the square root of 26 units there. That is the distance from A to B. The distance from A to C, that's going to be minus 2 minus 2 is minus 4 all squared. 5 plus 3, that will be 8 all squared there. So minus 4 squared is 16. 8 squared is 64. So it's at 70, 80, the square root of 80 units. So that is 80. And the last one is DBC. 3 minus 2, that's going to be 1 squared. 2 plus 5, that is 7 all squared. So that's going to equal to the square root of 1 plus 7 squared is 49 plus 1 is 50. Okay, so we found these three distances. AB was the square root of 26 and AC is the square root of 80 and DBC is the square root of 50. Okay, now we need to work out angle A. So the cosine rule, we're not proving the cosine rule, we just need to know how to use it. We are dealing with angle A. So therefore we are dealing with the formula A squared. So this is the cosine rule for finding an angle. It's the same rule that you will use for finding the side. So how will you write it down? You will write it down as A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC times the cosine of angle A. Okay, why do we want this? If I want B squared is going to equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC times the cosine of angle B. And if I want C squared is going to equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB times the cosine of angle C. So you small letter A here, it must be angle A, capital letter A. B there, C there, C there. So the one that we are interested in is the one that has the angle A. What do I do now? I am going to manipulate the formula and make cos A the subject. Okay. So if I take this, transpose it to the left because of the negative I'm going to have. So remember, I'm going there, but that's going to be 2BC cos of angle A is equal to B squared plus C squared. Take this A squared to the right minus A squared. So now cos of angle A is equal to B squared plus C squared minus A squared, all divided by 2BC. Now let's fill in all this information. Now, what's small letters A, B, C? Right, so how do you identify it? Here is angle A. Directly opposite angle A is side A. So this will be small letter A. Here is angle B. Directly opposite angle B will be small letter B. Small letter B represents the side. Remember, small letters for sides, capital letters for angles. Here is angle C. Directly opposite angle C is side C, which is small letter C. So B squared plus C squared, so that's going to be the square root of 80 squared plus C squared, where C is the square root of 26 squared minus A squared. A is what is A square root of 50 divided by 2 times B times C. Same BC there, which is the square root of 80 times C, which is the square root of 26. Let's see what we get here. Alright, so I got the square root of 80 squared plus the square root of 26 squared minus the square root of 50. Squared, you don't really have to put the squares in the calculator, because obviously when you square the square root, you're just going to have what's inside. And that's 2 times the square root of 80 times the square root of 26. If I put this on the calculator, just this side here only, then I'm getting cos of angle A is equal to 0.6139406.135. This is not degrees, it's just in radians. So now we have a trigonometric equation. We have a positive, so which two quadrants is positive in? Cos is positive in the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. Okay, so let's just write it down here. We're going CAST. So we are dealing with cos is positive in the first quadrant and positive in the fourth quadrant. Okay, so your general solution for cos will basically be first and fourth quadrant. Alright, so now here in the fourth quadrant we use 360 degrees minus our angle is in between 0 and, not 0, in between 270 and 360 degrees, which will not make sense here because our angle is less than 180 degrees. Okay, so we will just deal with the first quadrant. So now we're going to go angle A is equal to inverse of cos, or you're going to press shift cos on the calculator, 0.6139406.135. and I'm getting 52, 125,01635. Rounded off to 1 decimal places is 52, 1 degrees, and we get the same answer. We get the same answer. So this is using the distance to get the sides, and then once we have 3 sides, we can use the cosine rule to find the angle. Alright, so it was a nice question. 1.2. We now move on to the next one, 1.3.